I don't know why, but when I first recorded this, I feel like I sounded like I was in a tunnel. I don't know what happened, but I think that the setting was wrong on my microphone, so I apologize about that, and I guess just bear with me, because I don't want to re-record 11 minutes of talking. Okay, goodbye!
Hello everybody and welcome to Pignet. If you're not familiar with my channel, nice to meet you. My name is Jessie. I'm an illustrator, and today I'm drawing fan art from Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, the Netflix version. I saw the movie, I think, but if I did, I don't remember it because I have a really bad memory with movies, like really bad, so I can't even tell you if I saw it or not. I did watch the Netflix series and I finished it rather quickly, so before I go into the drawing, I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the Netflix series. We both really like Neil Patrick Harris, so we were like, well, let's give it a go! And overall, I obviously liked it enough that I made fan art for it, that I feel like that says a lot. I really, really liked the visuals. I liked all the muted colors. I liked the creepiness. But as far as the content goes, and I thought it was pretty funny, they had a lot of little funny, like, quippy things that you just have to, like, pick up on if you were paying attention, but you might miss it. I like stuff like that. But overall, I'll probably watch the next one. I felt like it was a lot to take in, so we never could watch more than one episode at a time because you just really gotta pay attention. I feel like when the next season comes out, I think if there is another season, I think there's supposed to be. I mean, I guess I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna like race to the TV to watch it. I know that a lot of people have been watching it, so if you have been, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of it or like how you feel. And maybe you have some of the same thoughts as me, maybe not, maybe you love it. There are a lot of people that really, really like this series. So I feel like I'm sort of a harsh critic when it comes to this kind of stuff because if I don't like absolutely love it, I'm not going to say I absolutely love it. I'm going to be real. But as far as this drawing goes though, oh my gosh, I had the hardest time with this. I wasn't sure of how I wanted to color this, and this is actually what you're seeing right now is my second time coloring the entire thing because I first thought I would just do the line art, print it out in like a piece of good paper that works well with copic markers, and I was gonna do sort of a mix of copic markers and watercolor. I realized that the watercolors somehow worked with the paper, like without being like really gross. It kind of dried out to a smooth finish because the paper is super smooth, so that's kind of surprising. But I was like, oh, I'll mix both of these mediums and kind of try something new. And then I don't know, it wasn't going well. And then it got to that thing where I was just like, you hit that point where you're like, you don't even care that you're getting sloppy with like your line work and you're just like, because you just kind of want to finish it and see if there's anything you can do to revive it. And then I was like, all right, well, this sucks. Let me see if I can fix it in Photoshop. So I scanned it into Photoshop and it wasn't working out. And I think one thing that I want to find a resolution to is my choice of line art after I'm done coloring with Copics. I know I use those colored fine liner pens a lot, but sometimes I don't want that look. Sometimes I want something a little more natural, like what you would see with pencil. So I don't know, maybe my answer is a nice colored pencil or something, but I just have to like do a lot of trial and error. But it kind of brought up a lot of thoughts for me because this month I've been feeling like really good and I've been really inspired. I don't know why. I've just been seeing a lot of people's art and I'm like feeling that familiar itch where you just like, you're so excited to make new art and you want to try new things and you want to learn how to draw the way that other people draw and you just see things that are inspiring. But it's a bad thing too because you fall into that thing where you might be discouraged by your own work because you see this stuff that other people do and like yours doesn't look like that. And it's so frustrating when you can see clear as day in your head what you want to make and then you try to make it and you can't make it, you know? I've been kind of struggling with, I guess, my style, I would say, which is funny because a lot of people will come to me and ask me like, how do you find your style? And never any question, how do you find your style? No one seems to know the answer. And to be quite honest, nobody knows the answer. Like it's just the unfortunate thing, the series of unfortunate things is that you have to just keep going. You have to just keep drawing and seeing what I've noticed is you notice that you have a style because no matter how many times you try to do something different, you always default back to that same look. And that look is your style, whether you like it or not. And what's unfortunate, what I find frustrating sometimes is that, for example, with my style, it's not that I don't like my style, it's that I want to have more options. I want to be able to draw something more sophisticated because my style is very cartoony, and I like the idea of having something. I'll see these children's book illustrations, and I'd like to illustrate my own children's book someday, and I like the idea of having this look to it that's not just a bunch of cartoons, because even though children's books have like children's illustrations, that doesn't mean they're cartoony. You know, if you look through them, if you look at a lot of them, yeah, a lot of them are very childish, but they're not necessarily cartoony. That's kind of more of like doodles. So I feel like what I do is I make a lot of doodles, and I want to make something that I'm more proud of, I guess. It just sounds like I'm like talking down my work. This is kind of just what's been running through my mind lately, which is funny because I've been feeling really good. I'm just anxious to learn more, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm anxious to learn more. So for this illustration, this one that I'm doing right now, I decided to kind of try some new things, and I decided to try to color it in a different way and sort of get a less cartoony style, sort of try to get something a little more sophisticated, I guess. So I don't know how I did. You guys can let me know if you thought that it turned out okay, but it was definitely a stretch. This is me coloring in a different way that I never would do in Photoshop normally. And also, another thing that I find I struggle with is that every time I sit down and color something in Photoshop, I never do it the same way twice. I always completely change what I'm doing. And I would love to have a go-to method where I sit down and it's like, first I do this and this and this and this. And that's how I make this, and then you can turn it into a video and be like, this is how I do it. Because some people want me to share my Photoshop process, and I don't know what to share because it's always different. Like this way that I did this is so different than what I normally would do. But I learned some stuff. So that's not to say I won't do this again. Like I liked doing this, and I was happy with working with these different textures, and I want to try to work more and learn more. And if you're trying to find your style and you're trying to hone in on something, just know that you're just like all the rest of us. We're all trying to do that. And the only way to do it is to just keep drawing and keep practicing and keep making more work. And sooner or later, you'll realize that you have this natural tendency to lean towards one thing more than another. I guess that's sort of where I'll leave you guys with my rambling here. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to it, so I hope that this is somewhat relatable or somewhat helpful or encouraging, maybe encouraging to know that you're not alone. And it's funny because I've been having these struggles in my mind, but at the same time, I've been so excited to try new things. So it's not like this is a bad time. It's just this is just what's been running through my mind lately, and it's just something I want to continue to work on. And I guess you guys can look forward to seeing some different stuff, because I'm always going to be trying different things, and I hope that you are too. But thanks so much for watching. If you guys like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment below letting me know what have you been struggling with this month and what's been on your mind, and maybe some people can share some advice, or maybe some people could relate. I hope that you guys are having a good productive January as well. Oops, it's not January. Oh, it's February! Yay! Okay, it's officially, today is February 1st. That's why I'm so excited. It's Wednesday. But happy Friday to you guys, because I know it's Friday when I'll be posting this.
Alright, I'm back with my microphone re-plugged in the right way. It must have been recording it from my computer, but I just wanted to say goodbye, because when I first recorded this, I just wasn't really happy with how I recorded the ending, so here's my new chance to say goodbye. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.